immense. Crews deployed high-tech sonar and autonomous underwater vehicles like the Bluefin 21 to map a rugged mountainous seafloor. They worked in freezing depths reaching 6,000 meters, where crushing water pressure and violent storms frequently forced operations to a halt. By the time the official search was suspended in January 2017, teams had surveyed 120,000 square kilometers of seabed. The effort cost $155 million, making it the most expensive aviation search in history. Yet, it yielded absolutely nothing. Even the most advanced technology cannot find an aircraft when the underlying probability model is wrong. To locate the missing Boeing 777, investigators had to look beyond traditional flight tracking, searching for a completely different kind of clue. The breakthrough in tracking did not come from radar, but from a geostationary satellite floating 36,000 kilometers above the equator. The aircraft's satellite data unit, which had powered back up shortly after the transponder went dark, began exchanging automated signals with the Inmarsat 3F1 satellite. These were not voice messages or telemetry reports, but simple electronic handshakes, automated requests confirming the plane was still connected to the network. 7 of these handshakes were logged between 0225 and a final partial transmission at 0819. To turn these silent pings into geographic coordinates, engineers from Inmarsat collaborated with the Air Accidents Investigation Branch, the Australian Transport Safety Bureau, Boeing, and the NTSB. They relied on 2 obscure pieces of metadata, burst timing offset and burst frequency offset. Burst timing offset, or BTO, measures the exact round-trip travel time of the signal. This allowed analysts to calculate the precise distance between the satellite and the aircraft. Plotting this distance on the globe produced a series of curved rings or arcs rather than a single point. Burst frequency offset, or BFO, measures the Doppler shift, the subtle change in the radio frequency caused by the relative movement between the satellite and the aircraft. This measurement provided a way to estimate the plane's speed and heading. This analysis originally projected 2 vast flight paths, a northern corridor stretching across Central Asia, and a southern corridor heading toward Antarctica. Because a northern route would have crossed highly monitored overland airspace without triggering military radar, and because the BFO data strongly matched a southern track, investigators disfavored the northern option. On March 24, 2014, authorities announced the southern Indian Ocean as the leading search zone. The final partial handshake at 0819 defined a curved boundary known as the 7th arc. By calculating fuel limits, satellite drift, and heading assumptions, analysts established a probable corridor. Yet, this remained a statistical model, not a confirmed impact site. It was a probabilistic map that would soon guide oceanographers attempting to backtrack the physical evidence. On July 29, 2015, a beach cleanup crew on the French island of Réunion found a barnacle-encrusted 6-foot-long piece of metal washed ashore. It was a right-hand wing flaperon. Forensic teams matched its specific part markings, paint layers, and rivet characteristics to 9M MRO, providing the first physical proof that Flight 370 had entered the ocean. Over the next few years, more fragments surfaced along the coastlines of Mozambique, Tanzania, South Africa, Mauritius, Rodriguez, and Madagascar. Investigators categorized these items carefully, confirming some as definitely or almost certainly from the missing Boeing 777, while others remained unconfirmed. To understand where these pieces came from, oceanographers at Australia's CSIRO used computer models to simulate Indian Ocean currents and wind patterns, backtracking the floating debris. This was a probability analysis rather than a precise GPS trail,